Think your last doctor's visit was rough? Imagine this. You're lying in a dusty room somewhere near the Nile. A man in linen robes holds a bronze knife, chants a few prayers, and then slices into your leg to drain your bad blood. Welcome to the world of ancient Egyptian medicine where priests doubled as doctors. Honey was a go-to antibiotic and contraceptives. Yeah. They involved crocodile poop. Seriously, hit that like button if you're into wild medical history. And make sure to subscribe if you want more stories that make you say, wait, they did what? Let's jump in. Here's a wild fact for you. Did you know the first named doctor in history was Egyptian? His name was Imhotep. He lived over 4,000 years ago and wasn't just any doctor. This guy was an architect, priest, and eventually a literal god of medicine. You know you're good when people start building temples in your honor. And get this, they had medical specialists. Ancient Egypt had dentists, eye doctors, even a guy called the Shepherd of the Anus. I kid you not. That was his actual title. Talk about a crappy job. Let's talk curious because Egyptian medicine was one big mix of brilliance and bizarre. They used honey to treat wounds, which modern science has proven is actually a solid antibacterial. They used moldy bread on infections, which, believe it or not, was like ancient penicillin. But then there's the part where they used crocodile dung as a contraceptive. Yeah, they mixed it into a paste and applied it where the sun doesn't shine. I don't know if it worked, but I bet it killed the mood real fast. I mean, imagine explaining that to your partner. It's totally safe. Just a little reptile poop. Ancient problems, ancient solutions, right? But here's what really blows my mind. Some of it worked. They weren't just making it up. They observed, they recorded, and they passed it all down. Now let's get surgical. Egyptian doctors performed actual surgeries, sometimes even on the brain. And remember, this was before anesthesia. No morphine. No numbing cream. Just courage and probably a lot of screaming. They used bronze scalpels, stitched wounds with linen threads, and knew how to set broken bones with splints. The really advanced stuff? It's all recorded in something called the Edwin Smith Papyrus, an ancient trauma surgery manual that talks about head injuries, spinal damage, and how to tell if someone's going to make it or not. Like you'd think these people were just wrapping mummies and building pyramids, but they were literally cataloging clinical observations that sound almost modern. Speaking of mummies, did you ever wonder how they got the brain out? They didn't cut the skull? Nope. They shoved a hook up your nose and scrambled your brain like eggs before yanking it out. Yep. That was part of the embalming process, and weirdly, it helped them understand human anatomy. And here's a twist. They believed the brain was basically useless. They thought the heart was the center of thought, emotion, even memory. So they tossed the brain in the trash but preserved the heart like it was gold. Imagine being so wrong and so right at the same time. All of this knowledge, hundreds of remedies, diagnoses, procedures, was recorded on ancient scrolls made of papyrus. One of the most famous is the Ebers Papyrus, which has over 700 treatments. Headaches, they had a cure. Toe fungus, they had a cure. Demon possession, you guessed it, they had a cure. Usually garlic or a ritual chant, sometimes both. These weren't just doctors. They were part pharmacist, part priest, part magician. And somehow, in the middle of all that, they laid the groundwork for medicine as we know it. So yeah, ancient Egyptian medicine, it was wild, brilliant, disgusting, and way ahead of its time. And now I want to hear from you. If you had to choose just one ancient Egyptian treatment to try, which one would you pick? Honey on wounds method, crocodile poop, contraceptive, or ritual chant for demon possession? Thanks for watching. And remember, in ancient Egypt, your doctor might also be your embalmer. Sleep tight.